Look in the mirror. I mean, really look. And ask yourself, are you building a life, or just running from the one you have? Because here's the cold, hard truth. You might think you're on the grind. You might be putting in the hours, chasing the goals, checking the boxes. But what if I told you that all that hard work isn't progress? What if it's just a really sophisticated, socially acceptable way of hiding? You're not working hard, you're just avoiding yourself. And today, we're going to prove it. This isn't about lazy people. This is about the high achievers. The busy ones. The people who are always moving, always doing, always on. You feel a constant low hum of anxiety when you're not productive, right? You wear your exhaustion like a badge of honor. But deep down, there's a quiet whisper, a feeling of emptiness. You've climbed ladders, but you're not sure the wall is the right one. That feeling is your signal. That's the self you're avoiding. And we use work, this noble, praised thing, as the perfect escape route from facing our fears, our pain, our unresolved questions about who we really are and what we truly want. Let's break down how this works. Point number 1. You use busyness as a numbing agent. Think about it. What happens the second you have a quiet moment alone with your thoughts? You panic. You pick up your phone. You check emails. You find a task, any task. That's not discipline. That's anesthesia. You're using the dopamine hit of checking something off a list to avoid the silence where the bigger questions live. Who am I without my job title? What if I'm not good enough? What am I really afraid of? It's easier to just organize your inbox for the 10th time than to sit with those questions. Your to-do list becomes a shield, protecting you from the vulnerability of simply being. Point number 2. You confuse motion with direction. This is a classic trap. You're running at full speed, but you never stop to ask if you're even on the right road. You take on more projects, sign up for another course, start a new side hustle, all of it is motion. It feels like progress because you're moving. But direction is intentional. Direction requires stopping, thinking, feeling, and choosing. Avoiding yourself means you never have to make that scary, definitive choice about what you truly desire. Because what if you choose wrong? What if you fail? It's safer to just keep running in circles, looking productive, than to stand still, pick a true north, and risk everything for it. Now, point number 3. You hide behind providing to avoid feeling. This one hits hard, especially if you have people who depend on you. I'm doing it all for my family. And that's noble, but is it the whole story? Or is it also a convenient reason to never be emotionally present? You can be the bank, but can you be the shoulder to cry on? Can you be the listener? Working 80 hours a week means you're physically and emotionally absent. You get to be the hero in a story of sacrifice, while secretly being relieved you don't have to navigate the messy, complicated emotions at home. You're providing things to avoid providing yourself, your attention, your vulnerability, your true presence. And finally, point number 4. You worship the grind because it's a simpler identity. Asking, who am I, is terrifying. The answer is complex and fluid. But, I am a hard worker. That's simple. That's clear. That's an identity you can control through sheer effort. You cling to the hustle because it gives you a label without requiring you to discover the substance underneath. You'd rather be known for your late nights than have to figure out what brings you joy, what your values are, or what your purpose might be beyond achievement. The grind is a prison you built, but you call it a throne because it's easier than facing the terrifying freedom of the unknown. So here's your takeaway. Real work isn't about escape. It's about construction. It's building something from a place of conscious choice, not frantic avoidance. The most courageous work you will ever do is not in your office. It's in the quiet of your own mind. It's sitting with the discomfort. It's asking the questions you've been running from. It's trading the identity of the busy one for the journey of becoming the authentic one. Stop using your ambition to run from your soul. The goal isn't to destroy your work ethic. It's to redirect it, to build a life, not just a resume, to choose your direction, not just justify your motion. Now, I want you to do something. In the comments below, finish this sentence with one word. The emotion I've been avoiding by staying busy is blank. Just one word. Be brutally honest. This is your first step out of the escape and back into yourself. If this video hit a nerve, if you saw yourself in this, then like this video. It lets me know I'm on the right track. And subscribe, because every week we go right here, into the uncomfortable truths that actually lead to real growth. This is your sign to stop running. The person you're avoiding is the only one who can build the life you actually want. Now, step 2. You must create deliberate emptiness. This is the antidote to compulsive busyness. If your schedule is a wall of noise designed to drown out the signal, you must deliberately carve out silence. And I don't mean a meditation you force yourself into with an app and a goal. I mean pure, unstructured, non-productive space. 10 minutes a day. Sit, stare out a window, do nothing, no phone, no podcast, no planning. The anxiety will scream. It will tell you you're wasting time. That's the addiction talking. That's the withdrawal. Sit through it. In that emptiness, the parts of yourself you've been evicting will begin to whisper. They'll start to ask for what they need. It won't be, close more deals. It might be, call your sister. It might be, paint something. It might just be, rest. This space isn't lazy. It's the fertile ground where real direction grows. Step 3 is the radical shift. Redefine productive. Right now, your brain sees productivity as output. Emails sent, money earned, tasks completed. We need to expand that definition. From now on, a productive hour can also be an hour where you felt a difficult emotion fully, without numbing it. A conversation where you were truly vulnerable. Time spent doing something that brings you zero external reward, just quiet joy. This recalibrates your entire system. You stop seeing life as a series of transactions and start seeing it as an experience to be lived. Was your day productive because you moved metrics, or because you connected deeply? Because you avoided a feeling, or because you processed one? This new metric starves the avoidance mechanism. You can't escape yourself when facing yourself becomes part of the prized work. And this leads to the final, most powerful step: ask a better question. The avoiding self is powered by fear-based questions. What if I fail? What will they think? Am I enough? These questions make you run. You need to install a new operating system with questions of creation. When you feel the urge to escape into mindless work, pause. And ask, what do I need right now that isn't a task? What small choice would feel like self-respect? What am I pretending not to know? Or the ultimate redirect, if I weren't afraid of being seen, or failing, or feeling this pain, what would I do? This question bypasses the escape hatch. It connects you directly to your agency, to your buried desires. The answer might not be to quit your job. It might be to go for a walk, to write in a journal, to say no to a project that drains your soul. It's action, but it's action toward yourself, not away. So let's recap the bridge. First, name the currency of your escape, the specific feeling. Second, build deliberate emptiness to hear the truth. Third, redefine productivity to include inner work. And fourth, fuel it all with better, more courageous questions. This is how you turn avoidance into arrival. You stop being a fugitive from your own life. You become the architect of it. The work doesn't disappear, it transforms. It becomes intentional. It becomes aligned. It stops being a cage and starts being a tool. You will work harder than ever, but it will be for something, not from something. You will build from a foundation of who you are, not a fear of who you're not. Now, your action is waiting. That comment you maybe thought about writing but hesitated? Write it. The emotion I've been avoiding is. That's your first act of facing, not fleeing. Do it. Then, like this video if it gave you the tools, not just the truth. Subscribe if you're ready for this journey from running to building. And the next time you feel the pull to disappear into the grind, remember, the most important project you'll ever manage is the relationship with the person you've been trying so hard to escape. It's time to come home.